Love doesn't always grow with time. Sometimes it arrives like a sudden spark, reshaping everything in the blink of an eye. Tonight, we explore 2 of 15 remarkable celebrity love stories that remind us love at first sight isn't just a fantasy. From radiant red carpet appearances to unexpected crossings of fate, these connections have captured public attention and stirred imaginations worldwide. Prepare for an emotional journey that reveals how genuine affection can emerge in an instant, often at the most surprising moments. But before we continue, take a moment to look closely. Can you recognize which Hollywood figure appears in this image? Someone who once felt an instant connection yet didn't appear in today's selection? If a memorable pairing comes to mind that you think deserves attention, feel free to share it below. Leave a 1 if this story resonated with you, or a 0 if your perspective is different. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected with our explorations of romance, famous lives, and fascinating stories. Your thoughts and reflections matter to us. Now, let's return to these remarkable journeys of the heart and experience them together. What began as an unexpected friendship eventually set the stage for the romance between Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They first crossed paths in 2010 while working on Green Lantern, with Blake portraying Carol Ferris opposite Ryan's Hal Jordan. At that time, Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson, and Blake was involved with her Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley, so their connection remained purely friendly. Even so, both would later acknowledge that a subtle sense of chemistry was present from the start. As circumstances in their personal lives evolved, that quiet connection found room to grow. By the end of 2010, Ryan and Scarlett had announced their separation, and in 2011, Blake also moved on from her relationship, opening a new chapter for both of them. As if timing quietly aligned in their favor, Ryan and Blake found themselves on a double date in 2011, each accompanied by someone else. Yet by the end of the evening, it became clear that the most genuine connection in the room was between them. The friendship they had formed while filming Green Lantern shifted naturally into something deeper, revealing a bond that felt both unexpected and undeniable. That realization marked the true beginning of their shared journey, emerging after a period of personal change for them both. In time, their relationship grew into one of Hollywood's most admired partnerships, celebrated for its warmth, authenticity, and enduring appeal. Ryan Reynolds later shared that evening felt deeply awkward, largely because both of them sensed a connection that was impossible to ignore. What began with uncertainty soon gave way to clarity, and their relationship quickly grew into something sincere and committed. In 2011, Ryan and Blake officially became a couple, and not long after, Ryan chose to take the next step, marking his intention with a meaningful engagement that reflected his devotion. On the 9th of September 2012, they quietly exchanged vows during an intimate ceremony in South Carolina, surrounded by close family and trusted friends. The celebration carried a warm, personal atmosphere, made even more memorable by a live musical performance that added emotional depth and made the occasion feel uniquely their own. Less than 2 years after their wedding, Ryan and Blake stepped into parenthood, a role that quickly became the heart of their lives. Their first daughter, James, arrived in December 2014, followed by Inez in September 2016, then Betty in October 2019, and a fourth child born in early 2023, whose name they have chosen to keep private. Each new arrival added a deeper sense of purpose and joy, reshaping their priorities in lasting ways. Despite constant public attention, Ryan and Blake have remained intentional about shielding their children from unnecessary exposure, focusing instead on building a home defined by warmth, security, and genuine connection, where family life comes before everything else. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are often praised for the care they take in protecting their children's privacy, even as they occasionally offer gentle, humorous glimpses into family life during interviews. Public interest grew further when the names of their first 3 daughters appeared in a 2020 song by Taylor Swift, adding a subtle layer of intrigue without revealing personal details. Still, the couple remains mindful about how much they share, choosing intention over exposure. Through rare public moments, they convey genuine warmth and affection for both their partnership and their children, striking a thoughtful balance between privacy and connection, one that allows fans to sense the happiness of their home without intruding on it. While focusing on family life, Blake and Ryan continued to achieve notable milestones in their professional paths. Blake moved confidently beyond her early television fame, taking on prominent roles in well-received films such as The Age of Adeline, 2015, and A Simple Favor, 2018, which highlighted her versatility and growth as an actress. Ryan, at the same time, reached new heights with the global success of Deadpool, 2016, and Deadpool 22018, projects that resonated strongly with audiences worldwide and strengthened his standing as a leading figure in modern cinema. Beyond their work on screen, the couple also explored the business world. Ryan became involved with brands such as Aviation Gin and Mint Mobile, ventures that later proved highly successful. Together, Blake and Ryan represent a blend of creativity and strategy, illustrating how artistic careers can evolve alongside thoughtful entrepreneurial pursuits. Their journey began in 1997, not amid flashing cameras or cinematic backdrops, but during a charity football event grounded in purpose rather than spectacle. At that point, David Beckham was emerging as one of Manchester United's standout talents, celebrated for his precision on the field and a presence that drew growing attention. His reputation was rapidly expanding, marking him as a defining figure of his generation. At the same time, Victoria Adams, widely recognized as Posh Spice, stood at the center of a global pop phenomenon as a leading member of the Spice Girls. With refined confidence and a distinctive sense of style, she captured worldwide admiration, shaping both music culture and fashion trends throughout the 1,990 seconds. When David noticed Victoria in the players' lounge after the match, he sensed at once that she was someone remarkable. Even though both were already well known in their own worlds, that brief encounter opened the door to something far deeper and more personal. With contrasting yet complementary energies, they found more than a meeting of fame. It was the beginning of a powerful emotional bond. What started as a chance moment quietly reshaped their paths, growing into one of the most recognizable and admired love stories on the global stage. Just a year later, the bond between David Beckham and Victoria Adams was drawing attention far beyond their individual careers. In January 1998, they shared news of their engagement, and only a short time later, in March, they welcomed their first child, Brooklyn. The announcement stirred widespread fascination, with fans and media closely following every development and eagerly awaiting their wedding. On the 4th of July, 1999, they formalized their union at Luttrellstown Castle in Ireland in a celebration attended by hundreds of guests and marked by remarkable grandeur. The occasion went beyond a private vow, becoming a defining cultural moment that reflected a modern fairy tale where two influential figures from sport and music appeared to merge their worlds at the turning point of a new era. In the years that followed, the Beckham household expanded both in number and in public presence. Their second son, Romeo, arrived in 2002, followed by Cruz in 2005, and later their daughter, Harper, in 2011. Growing up with constant public attention was unavoidable, yet David and Victoria consistently focused on creating a steady and nurturing environment. They placed strong emphasis on routine, values, and emotional security, aiming to give their children a sense of normalcy despite worldwide recognition. Even with intense visibility and demanding careers, the family maintained a cohesive image, showing how commitment and intention can help balance public life with the quiet responsibility of raising a united and caring family. In 2007, the Beckham family entered a new phase when they relocated to Los Angeles following David's move to LA Galaxy, a choice that reshaped his professional path and brought wider international focus to Major League Soccer. Settling in Los Angeles represented a meaningful shift, placing the family within a city closely tied to global culture while offering David fresh ground to compete, evolve, and broaden his public identity. The transition drew significant attention, yet it also unlocked new possibilities, marking the beginning of an important chapter for both his career and the family's growing influence in the United States. On an individual level, both David and Victoria reached exceptional milestones in their professional lives. David accumulated 19 major honors throughout his football career, representing some of the most renowned clubs in the world, including Manchester United, Real Madrid, LA Galaxy, AC Milan, and Paris Saint-Germain. His influence grew far beyond the pitch, establishing him as one of the most recognizable and impactful athletes of his era, both in England and internationally. After stepping away from professional play in 2013, he continued shaping his legacy through business initiatives and charitable efforts, while remaining a prominent global figure at the intersection of sport, culture, and style. Victoria Beckham underwent a striking evolution, moving from worldwide recognition as a member of the Spice Girls to becoming an influential presence in high fashion after launching her own label in 2008. Guided by clear vision, refined creativity, and steady perseverance, she built credibility in a field where public recognition alone rarely guarantees success. Her collections soon gained international attention, securing a place on the calendars of major fashion showcases, such as London and Paris Fashion Weeks. Over time, Victoria earned authentic respect within the industry, demonstrating that her talents extend well beyond music. This transformation from pop culture icon to accomplished designer and business leader has added depth to her professional journey and stands as a compelling example of reinvention and continuous growth. The reach of the Beckham family extends well beyond personal achievement, influencing economic, cultural, and humanitarian spaces alike. They have frequently been recognized by Forbes as one of the world's most influential partnerships, with their combined success often valued at more than $450 million, yet their true impact is defined less by numbers and more by purpose. Since 2005, David has taken on a global advocacy role with UNICEF, lending his voice to causes centered on children's welfare and education. Alongside this, Victoria has continued to pair her fashion pursuits with meaningful social initiatives, including efforts that promote health awareness and the advancement of women. Together, they reflect a broader idea of achievement, one that goes beyond personal gain and emphasizes responsibility, compassion, and the ability to inspire positive change in the wider world. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell first met in 1968 during the filming of The One and Only, Genuine, Original Family Band. At that point, Goldie was 21, stepping into the spotlight as an emerging talent filled with enthusiasm for the future ahead. Kurt, meanwhile, was only 16, working under a Disney contract and still learning the rhythms of the entertainment world. Their encounter left a noticeable impression on both of them, yet the 6-year age gap felt like a clear boundary at the time. With differences in life stage and experience, a romantic connection was far from possible. Even so, that brief meeting quietly marked the opening chapter of an unexpected journey, one that seemed to hint, long before they knew it, that their paths were meant to cross again. In 1983, 15 years after their initial meeting, circumstances aligned once again as Goldie and Kurt reunited on the set of Swing Shift. By that time, Goldie had firmly established herself as a celebrated figure, earning an Academy Award for Cactus Flower, 1,969, and receiving numerous Golden Globe nominations along the way. Kurt had also developed a consistent presence in film, building a solid body of work even if his recognition had not yet matched hers. Working closely together, They began to sense a familiar connection, the same subtle pull they had noticed years earlier but were then too young to understand. This reunion quietly marked the beginning of a lasting partnership, one that would evolve into one of Hollywood's most enduring and quietly inspiring love stories. By the early 1982s, Kurt had stepped firmly into leading man territory, gaining wide recognition through major successes such as Escape from New York, 1981. When his path crossed again with Goldie's, the connection felt immediate and unmistakable. Kurt later shared that he was instantly captivated, and a lighthearted, playful exchange sparked what would become their first meaningful evening together. That night unfolded with music, conversation, and shared laughter that stretched into the early hours, setting a clear tone for what followed. Their bond deepened quickly, and by 1983, they were openly building a life side by side, a partnership that has now endured for more than 4 decades. In a world where high-profile relationships often prove fleeting, their choice to value commitment over convention has made their story stand apart, showing that lasting devotion is defined not by formality, but by intention and consistency over time. In a 2015 interview, Goldie Hawn shared that a legal document was never the measure of her feelings for Kurt Russell. In her view, their connection exists beyond titles or formal agreements. The depth of their shared understanding has always provided stability. Together, they created a family shaped by warmth, trust, and individual values, with closeness placed above all else. Goldie's children from her earlier marriage, Oliver Hudson, born in 1976, and Kate Hudson, born in 1979, were raised with Kurt as a constant and caring presence, offering guidance and support as a devoted parent would. Later, in 1986, they welcomed their son, Wyatt Russell, who went on to build his own path in acting, and gained wide recognition for his role in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, 2021. Today, their family circle has expanded to include 6 grandchildren, and gatherings, whether during holidays or special occasions, have become meaningful opportunities for shared laughter and lasting memories. On the professional side, both Goldie and Kurt continue to leave their mark, not only through individual projects but also by encouraging one another's creative journeys. Goldie has delivered memorable performances across decades, with Overboard 1987, the romantic comedy she shared with Kurt, remaining especially cherished by audiences. At the same time, she has openly reflected that life can sometimes settle into familiar patterns, making curiosity and creativity essential for keeping both love and work fulfilling. Through the years, they've come to understand that lasting connection isn't built on spectacle, but on quiet consistency found in everyday moments and in the steady choice to support one another while nurturing a joyful, enduring family. Kurt Russell has left a meaningful mark on cinema through memorable roles in films such as Tombstone, 1993, and Miracle, 2004. Still, both he and Goldie Hawn have often expressed that their proudest achievement isn't measured by accolades or commercial success, but by the life and bond they have nurtured together. For them, fulfillment has always centered on family, which they regard as life's true foundation. Now, more than 40 years after reconnecting during Swing Shift, 1983, Goldie and Kurt continue to stand side by side, offering a quiet reminder that genuine connection doesn't fade, it deepens, shaped by time, shared experiences, and unwavering commitment. What began as a powerful connection in 1983 has evolved into one of the most admired and enduring partnerships in Hollywood. What truly distinguishes Goldie and Kurt is that, without relying on formal vows, they have moved through life's changes together with steady unity. Their relationship is not defined by official titles, but by 42 years of shared trust, quiet dedication, and mutual encouragement. Their journey illustrates that the most resilient bonds are not built on documents or public validation, but on authenticity, emotional truth, and a deeply rooted connection that continues to grow with time. The story of Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones began in 1998 at the Deauville American Film Festival in France. Catherine was attending to present The Mask of Zorro, while Michael was present as an invited guest. At that moment, Catherine was stepping into global recognition following her breakthrough performance, while Michael was already firmly established as a screen icon, known for acclaimed works such as Wall Street and Romancing the Stone. Although both were prominent figures, this marked their very first meeting, and it proved unforgettable. With characteristic confidence, Michael approached Catherine and made a strikingly bold remark about their future, one that completely surprised her. The unexpected comment initially pushed her to step away, unimpressed by his forwardness. Still, Michael's determination was clear, and he was not easily discouraged, setting the stage for a connection that would soon take an unexpected turn. Roughly half an hour later, Michael approached Catherine again, this time with even greater assurance, repeating his now famous declaration about a future together. Instead of hearing it as mere bravado, Catherine sensed a deeper intention and clarity behind his words. That unexpected moment shifted the tone between them, and what began as surprise soon unfolded into a genuine and intense connection. By the close of 1999, they had formally announced their engagement, and in August 2000, they welcomed their first child, Dylan. Not long after, on the 18th of November 2000, Michael and Catherine celebrated their union in an elegant ceremony at New York City's Plaza Hotel. The occasion quickly became one of the year's most talked-about events, capturing global attention and firmly establishing them as one of Hollywood's most recognizable and admired partnerships. That daring statement ultimately seemed to hint at what was to come. Within a year, their connection had clearly taken shape. Michael and Catherine stepped into the public eye as a couple at the 1999 Deauville Film Festival, where their appearance quickly became a talking point, especially because of their 25-year age difference. As the year drew to a close, on New Year's Eve, Michael proposed with a striking diamond ring, widely noted for its remarkable size and value. Their union was formalized on the 18th of November 2000 at the Plaza Hotel in New York, during a celebration attended by many well-known figures from the entertainment world. The event received widespread attention and stood out as one of the year's most notable occasions. Around the same period, their relationship naturally evolved into family life. In August 2000, Catherine welcomed their first child, Dylan Michael Douglas, shortly before the wedding. And in April 2003, their daughter, Caris Zeta Douglas, was born, completing a close and devoted family of 4. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones welcomed their daughter, Caris Zeta Douglas, in April 2003. From an early age, both Dylan and Caris were brought up with thoughtful care, shielded as much as possible from constant public exposure, even though they occasionally appeared alongside their parents at premieres or charitable gatherings. Throughout the years, Michael and Catherine have consistently placed their children's sense of privacy above public attention, aiming to provide a grounded and balanced upbringing despite their family's high profile. Still, curiosity has naturally followed them, as Dylan and Caris grew up connected to two of the most recognizable figures in entertainment. Alongside family life, both Michael and Catherine continued to advance professionally, adding new milestones and depth to careers that were already widely respected. Michael, a two-time Academy Award recipient, continued to affirm his range and presence through acclaimed performances in Traffic 2000 and Behind the Candelabra, 2013. His nuanced portrayal in the latter earned him recognition across major honors, including an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and a Screen Actors Guild Award, reinforcing his standing as one of the industry's most respected figures. Catherine's path was just as distinguished. In 2003, she received the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her unforgettable performance as Velma Kelly in Chicago, a role that marked a defining moment in her career. Together, Michael and Catherine have shaped legacies grounded not merely in visibility, but in craft, dedication, and enduring artistic influence within cinema. On the evening he accepted his Oscar, Michael Douglas offered a deeply personal acknowledgement, dedicating the moment to Catherine and expressing how closely their lives and successes were intertwined. The sentiment resonated with audiences, not because of grandeur, but because of the quiet sincerity behind it. Despite achieving remarkable success individually, both Michael and Catherine have consistently spoken of one another as their strongest anchor. As figures long admired on the world stage, they recognize that every milestone is often supported by unseen encouragement at home. And while their bond has remained strong over time, their shared path, like any meaningful journey, has not been without moments that tested their resilience. In 2010, Michael Douglas faced a serious health crisis that required immense strength and perseverance. Through intensive treatment and the steady presence of those closest to him, he gradually found his way through that challenging chapter. Around the same period, Catherine also turned inward to address her own well-being, later choosing to speak openly about her experience in order to encourage understanding and compassion around emotional health. Their journey together was not without strain, and a temporary separation followed in 2013. Yet, with reflection and renewed commitment, they reunited the next year, demonstrating the depth of their connection. Their story during this time reflects resilience and unity, offering a powerful reminder that enduring partnerships are shaped not only by shared joys, but by the courage to face difficult seasons together and emerge stronger on the other side.